adulting this morning. Got to get my emissions testing done so I can renew my my registration this month. When you get older, most of your life is just waiting in lines for things you don't really want to do. But it's a little bit of a change of pace. I'm always rushing around. But geez, this line got crazy today. I got here a little later than I wanted to. I wanted to get here when they opened at 8, but I stayed up all late last night playing video games. Oh yeah, I'm back to playing video games, and that's a long story. I'm going to be talking about that either later in this video or another video. I'm not sure yet. But today I don't technically have work. I can go to work if I want to, but I don't have an actual active shift today. So yeah, it's been... It was a little bit of a hard mission to get up early, but I still got here about an hour and a half after they've opened. So, you know, we're still doing good. The line got crazy after I got here, though. The car line is going almost out to the street now, so I still made it here before the rush. But yeah. So I never told you guys about this, but a couple months ago, I don't think I ever posted about this. My car broke down in the middle of Grand Avenue, which is a really big road here in Arizona, and the engine went completely to crap. Like, they were like, we have to replace the whole engine. So I thought I was gonna have to get myself into a car loan and get myself a different car. And then apparently Kia didn't scan this thing in the engine. I never like taking my car to Kia. I always go to other places. I don't know why. I didn't want to make the drive always out there and stuff, and I was like, why can't I just go somewhere else? My stubbornness saved me a lot of money, because last time they gave me the news with the engine thing being, messed up. Engine thing, what am I talking about? I'm still waking up. The engine being broken, they're like, you know what? We missed the scan for a manufacturer defect of some kind, so we're just going to replace your engine for free. And I'm like, what? So now this car has, right now at the moment, 163,000 miles on it. Almost 164, and I got a new engine about 10,000 miles ago, so this car is going to go for a while. It's pretty much like a new car, just keep the wheels up, keep fixing the other smaller things that need to be fixed, and this car can last me a while, and I'm okay with that. I got this from my dad originally. It used to be his car, so I think I'm just going to pay off the rest of the loan and keep this for as long as I can. I'm not a huge car person. Eventually I will get a new car, and when I do that, it's gonna be a big deal, because it might be when I'm like 30 or something, with a new engine, this thing could go on for probably another 5 years, and then I'll be 30 years old. I can start my 30s with a new car. We'll see. I want to take good care of it. I want to make sure I'm doing what needs to be done. I think I might get an oil change today too, but yeah, just driving up here just reminds me of just how much has happened in this car since the last time I've done this, and a lot has happened. Holy crap. A lot has changed in my life. I think last time I was still in GCU. It's just insane. Time passes by so quickly when you get older. I never believed that, or I had a hard time believing that when I was younger, but then I get out of college and everything just speeds up. Recently this week, I've been thinking about just kind of what's been happening in the last year, because this week marks a year since my breakup, my last relationship, which I've talked about a little bit on the channel. But honestly, it was an absolute point in my life that was inevitable, and I've kept pushing it off for so long. I think it was honestly supposed to happen with just the nature of what was going on in our relationship, which was not a healthy relationship at all. And I honestly feel like, God knew I was going to push it off until it eventually did happen. But when it did happen, it kickstarted a whole different section of my life, and so much has happened that has been positive, that it's just crazy to look back at the last year and just see where I was when the breakup happened, and then where I'm at now. There's certain things that I could be better at. I got worse, and I gained a little weight since then. I lost some weight when I was doing Amazon delivery last year, but then I gained it back when I, just was doing my normal pharmacy job this year, which I tell I told myself when I'm starting to get too down about that, I do have to get that under control. But I do tell myself I'm a little fatter, but I'm much happier. Like, I'd rather be in this period of my life right now and be a little chunkier than be, have less weight on me and be where I was a year ago, because I was miserable, to be honest. It was not a good relationship. And so much has been given to me by God this year, and I never could have ever guessed that was the case. Back then I felt helpless when the relationship ended because I didn't have anything. I built myself up around this person, and yeah, that was bad. It was really bad. But just going into this week, I'm like, holy crap, like, God still had me even when I was the most lost I've ever been in my life. At least at that point, the most lost in the sense of, like, who am I as a person? Because that relationship was almost 3 years. It broke up like right before the 3-year anniversary. So it impacted me a lot too. And I was living with her at her family's house. I don't suggest that when you're dating. And there was just a lot going on, and it was bad. It was very bad. So as expected, passed the test. I wasn't expecting to not pass the test. It's just that you never know if something might pop up randomly on their scan that you didn't see. Maybe the check engine light was malfunctioning and there was something wrong. So you're just kind of like, please have this go through right. I don't want any surprises. I have to plan out the 2 events for my church this week. Well, not plan out. Today is not really planned. Like, it's not really like, a lot planning. Today's the normal church service today. That doesn't really require a lot of planning, but I still need to make sure that I, have set up and tear down figured out for today. But then Friday is the Halloween party, which means I gotta buy Halloween decorations today. I gotta go out and do a bunch of the shopping with hopefully Hayden after he gets off work, because I need to decorate the party tomorrow after I get off work. So got a lot going on today, but I'm just glad this is done so I can get this done and don't have to worry about it anymore. So this has been keeping me occupied recently. I got a gaming PC. Actually, a pretty interesting story about this. You've seen Hayden in my recent videos. He's actually getting a new PC rig, and he, instead of selling his old one, he's like, hey, do you want this? And I'm like, sure. Like, it's actually pretty insane. He also got me a keyboard and mouse also. But so what happened was I was texting him saying I might get a Series X, the new Xbox, because I was like, I kind of wanted to get back into gaming. My S was not really looking good for most games, so I was like, I'm gonna probably invest and get an Xbox eventually. And then he's like, I think he thought I was gonna buy it that week or something, so he sends me a message, and he's like, don't get that Xbox. And then previously in the week he told me to make trunk space, and I didn't connect any dots, and he was like, dude, I'm giving you my gaming computer, which honestly is probably one of the best gifts I've ever gotten from a friend, to be honest. I've gotten cool things from my family, but like from a friend, it's pretty insane, to be honest. I'm actually playing Halo Reach right now. A lot of the games from the Xbox carry over to the now Xbox Everywhere app, which is on the computers. So I'm playing Halo Reach, and yeah, this thing can remove some pixels. I was playing Gears of War 4 last night. I'm having some issues getting my Ubisoft account to work. I'm trying to pull over my progress from Far Cry 6 from my Xbox account, but I can log into my Ubisoft account with my Xbox login, but then when I try to go to my account settings to reset my password, it asks me for my login, and then when I try to put my old email in, a really old Yahoo email I had, I was able to log into my Yahoo email, but now I'm not getting the password reset email. So as of right now, there's no way for me to get my Xbox Ubisoft account onto my PC to get my progress on there. So as of right now, I'll probably just keep playing Far Cry on my Xbox because I don't want it to restart all over again. I put like 8 hours into that game in just one night, let alone the other days I was playing. So I'll probably just keep playing on that until I get that sorted out. I'm hoping support gets back to me. It's about 12:42 right now. I just been reflecting on kind of how crazy this year's been. It's been insane, to be honest. Hold on a second. Hey Siri, turn on LED lights. I got these LED lights a while back. I actually did a video earlier in the year of them playing to music, but they're awesome. They're really awesome. I just use them as my main lights because the color's perfect for videos, and you know, I have them on Surrey and they're LED, so they're low energy and they go around the whole room anyway, so they're pretty dope. So along with the theme of, you know, what I've built on top of just everything that happened a year ago, I want to kind of show you what I built here. So this is like my first official room tour. Apologize for the clothes right there. That's just stuff I need to fold right now. But as you can see over here, we got my TV, which is mounted on the wall. It comes off the wall. If you want to use it at an angle or pull it out a little further, it's 4K TV. Have that mounted here. I have the computer like I was talking about that Hayden gave me. It's hooked up to the HDMI right now. Got the keyboard and mouse right here. Also controller when I want to use that over the PC and mouse. And then I got a wireless gaming headset. I'm actually working on getting an HDMI cord, a 50-foot one that I can just run to the TV right here if I ever want to use it, so I don't have to take the PC off my desk. It's going to be, my PC is going to be right back here. That's where it was before. And then I'm just going to have a cable running over here. So if I ever want to play games on the TV, I can just plug the cable in. My Xbox One right now is plugged into my 4K monitor right now. I was trying to fix Far Cry to sync like I said earlier, but it was still giving me some issues, but that's plugged in right here right now. I'm going to be moving this to put it underneath here once I have the computer back over here. So this is a little bit work in progress right now. I was trying to fix some things. I have a Google Home right here, or whatever it's called. I just got this from Hayden too. He had an extra one. Use it as my morning alarm. Then I got 2 home pods right here for good audio when it's too late to use the sound bar, which I have the soundbar amp plugged into here. And then I have the sound bar. It's a little bit covered right now because I haven't really been using it, but this is a sound bar my dad gave me, his old one. So when I want to use that, get some good audio with the bass right here so it's not rumbling the walls of my neighbor. And then if I don't want to be too loud, but I want to still watch like a movie or video, I'll just use these, and you know, I can use that for pretty much anything from my Apple devices. Got some blackout blinds right here, which really do work. It's nice though, because if in the morning I want to open this up without, you know, if I don't have any clothes on when I'm waking up, I can just open this side. It gives me nice light, and this side's still kind of dim, so you know, I get some nice, you know, nice light over here, but it's not completely, you know, absolving this. I got an LED strip, or 2 LED strips that are connected going around the room right now. Those are going down the wall over here, and they connect into this one outlet. And they're also connected to Apple Home devices, so I can click them on and off when I'm not at home. So this chair has been with me for a while. You would see this chair in a lot of my old videos when I was back in GCU. Still love this chair, really good chair. Gives me a nice seating placement. When I had the computer over here, I had the mouse and keyboard nice and neat right here. Like I said, I'm just waiting to get that HDMI, and then everything's going to be organized over here. And then I'll have my cord that goes over there. So yeah, and then I got a fridge, printer. I got some things just kind of thrown around. I do apologize about that. I just been kind of busy right now with this everything, trying to juggle everything. And then yeah, this bed I got from Mattress Firm. Got it half off actually. The price of the mattress was cut in half because it's actually a show bed, but it never was actually put on the show floor. So it's a pillow top bed, and it's I want to say it's a king or a queen. I forgot. I think it's a queen, but it's really nice. I like the size of it. And this room is pretty big too, because even with this bed right here, I still have all that space over there once I get it cleared of my clothes. I still got all the space over here, and then I still got room for my desk. So this is actually a really good size room for, you know, for what I'm able to put in here. So I've been pretty busy. I got my layout ready for the party on Friday. I'm getting my shopping list finalized right here, and I got some information and stuff put down for another event that we're doing for the movie Eternals. So that's happening on that side. But yeah, it's been a pretty productive hour. Just getting some stuff finalized, then I'm gonna head out and start shopping for the events. It's your girl, Julia. You have really good makeup on today.
Thank you, it's my heritage.
Puerto Rico.
I was gonna do the German flag on this side, but I was already late, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do both the same way.
Grabbing Hayden from his work real quick, and we're also picking up the stuff for the party on Friday. Planning went really good today, and I also started planning out the other events for next month too, so it was very productive today.
So since we are just getting to know each other here, I want you to decide out of the gate that you like me. So that always helps when you're trying to communicate, especially communicate God's word with people. But I grew up here in Phoenix. I was born at a hospital that no longer exists. It was at 19th Avenue in Indian School called Phoenix General Hospital. And my dad was a pastor, and still is a pastor to this day. He's 79 years old, and he is still cranking out the word every single weekend in Northwest Arkansas. He pastors a little tiny church in Farmington, Arkansas, just outside of Fayetteville, near the University of Arkansas, which is really amazing. And so I grew up in the church and started playing music. Somebody decided when I was 5 years old to hand me a pair of drumsticks, and they said, just play. And so that was kind of our church, really small church. And my dad's philosophy was music wasn't near as polished as it is now, but ultimately James's desire is that we know God and we have a personal, deep relationship with him. So when I was in Bible school that very first semester, because I was a music guy and I was trying to make connections, I found a band. That was like the thing to do. So we kind of formed this band. We started traveling around some churches there in the Baton Rouge area. And I was playing bass at that time. And we had this guy that was singing with us. His name was Ben Gentry.
Yes.
And do you remember Cyber Chase too?
Yes.
There's a good old grad invite from.
I still have PBS Kids because that is
What's
the
up?
only place I can
That was like
find
the
all of
only
the
like super
episodes.
picture I used.
I didn't get a sneak peek, actually. No, I didn't.
Alright.
So it's actually the next day now. I was tired when I got home and stuff, so I didn't actually end up recording this part yesterday, but I'm still going to put in the video. The last year was an amazing experience, but it didn't start out that way. It was very rough. If you're going through something where you just feel like you're alone, I want you to know you're not. Comment on my videos, seek out groups that are around you. There's a lot of groups that are there for you in a sense of like church groups too. I had a bunch of groups that I got involved in. I'm not as involved in them anymore because I eventually found the church that I'm helping out now, but I just kept myself busy. I found people to be around. It's very important to do that, especially when you're feeling alone, is put yourself out there where you can meet new people. And don't close yourself off. I closed myself off from the world for a while. Besides work, I was just going home and then going to work and stuff, and that's not healthy. I feel like I had 3 main lessons that came out of this year that wouldn't have happened or would have been delayed because of the relationship I was in back then. And I think that those 3 lessons was independence, knowing yourself, and being okay with being alone. Like honestly, those are the main things. I think after the breakup, I kind of had this push to go, find my own place. I didn't have to go back to Buckeye, every day after work because I had to move out of a family's house. So, that pushed my independence, which at the time she was kind of trying to push me to get my own place. So I wasn't always at the house and I had more space. So that was good on her. I didn't see a reason to do that because of the cost of, getting a place was more expensive than what I was paying her family. But I needed that push. So be more independent, living on my own. I'd have roommates, but I've been taking care of myself kind of So, you know, living on my own, having to manage my own life, independence was one of the main things I got out of this. And then, what was the second one? Okay, being alone. That's the thing too. It's like, I feel like when I started going to GCU and having people around me all the time and friends and stuff, that I never had that before. You know, I never had that connection before where I had a bunch of people around me all the time. I got too used to it. So then when it came to a period in my life where I wasn't always around people my age and I was just, you know, working, coming home, I was alone. Even during like the summer times when I was out of school, I just got so like insecure about myself and stuff, in a sense of like, you know, being alone with my own thoughts and just being like, you know, not always having to be around people. So now I can be alone, and that's a great thing, to be honest. Like, it shows that I'm growing in my security, that I don't always need to have someone there all the time. So yeah, that's a really big deal. And then knowing myself, I feel like with me being alone during that period in my life and actually having more time to think on my life, I started kind of knowing myself more. And I was able to take that into the groups that I've been helping out at, or group, I guess, the church. I've been able to take that new knowledge of myself and use it to grow my friendships and be more open to people. You know, I was able to rediscover myself, you know, as I was doing life, you know, as I was going to work and becoming a better technician in the pharmacy, as I was meeting these people at my church. But even before that, it took me having to be alone and kind of processing everything that's happened in my life to realize who I am as a person. But those are the three main things that have happened. I'll probably do a separate video kind of talking about some other experiences during that year period that caused me to have those lessons, and maybe I'll add a couple more lessons in there. But I just wanted to tack that onto the end of this video and just tell you guys, like, if you're going through something right now and you know that there needs to be a shift, there's something on my glasses still. If you're going through something and you feel like there needs to be a shift, it's better to just do it instead of waiting for it to happen, you know, like actually maybe be the instigator of that change. You know, if you feel like the relationship's not doing good, then get out of it, you know, like don't be afraid of change, you know, especially when it can be something that's good for you in a sense of growing you as a person, getting you over a bad part of your life into a better part. You know, like it's hard when you're in the middle of a phase and you're like, I'm so comfortable here, or I'm more comfortable than I would be if I was single, you know, or you know, I don't want to go through being alone, so I'll put up with it. No, like, do what's right for yourself and get out if you need to, and you will be rewarded immensely. Even if you're not Christian, I still believe God provides for people that aren't Christian. I think that God will do amazing things if you know, have to leave a different section of your life where you're going to be alone for a while, and He will build up new things around you that you never could have seen, you know, being the case a year ago. Like, honestly, a year ago, I did not see any of this happening, and He's blessed me immensely. There's a loud motorcycle outside. He's blessed me immensely, and I don't even deserve it, you know? Like, I don't deserve anything He's given me, but I'm so thankful for that. And this video is not meant to trash my last relationship, not at all. I'm just being honest, like, it just was not right. And I know that she probably thinks the same. And there was many things in the relationship that I did wrong and she did wrong, but it wasn't about the relationship, this video. It was about how you can grow from losing something that you thought was so important to you. You can grow and be better so that you can have better things in your life, be closer to your spiritual side, be closer to being the person you're supposed to be, and even be more independent or growing in other areas at the same time. So I feel like I'm dragging on this, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will check in with you guys later. I am doing the church work and everything else, so that's why I haven't been able to post as many videos this year, but I'm trying. So until next time, I will see you later. Bye.